famous venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Prescott on first down. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's second and a yard. Throwing, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Prescott from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity? Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he works free. 20, 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of our way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. This to Jarwin. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
These two teams all tied after one. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes flush to his right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, They do like to dial up a deep ball right away, and if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though,
touchdown! It's complete. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon, and they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off near the 44, pushing his way through. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Chiefs 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive. And they'll probably...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers, but Travis Kelce was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Pollard to return from the end zone. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This is caught. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, and he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. An incredible play there on fourth down in their own territory.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
It's fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On play action, Prescott. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And
it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the completion gets him just a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's got this to Jefferson. Past the 20. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Play action now, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Well, he bought as much time as he could there, but eventually his clock expired.
It certainly did, because they were bootlegging him out of the pocket, and I think he had some indecision as whether to run or throw. And that indecision, it wound up costing him in a big way.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Butker's kick here is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 21-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a 1st down as well, but the clock continues to move. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mahomes to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
One final try for Mahomes. And he's in for the game-winning score with no time left on the clock. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.